Hey! It's been like a week, so I need to record another video. What I wanted to make this one about schizophrenia, something that I know nothing about at all. My grandma, she had schizophrenia, and then now she has dementia, and she's in a care ward. I know that schizophrenia, it can generally be induced by like drugs or just getting old. I know that smoking weed, I think, can induce schizophrenia, which is why I'm like worried a bit. When I'm older, but the thing is, it's like, I'm worried that I don't think I have schizophrenia at all now. Like, just obviously not. I don't think I'm crazy. I don't like see shit. I don't hear shit really. I used to when I was little, but that was just like a stress response to things. Oh, this is like the worst lighting imaginable. I don't know what you're seeing over there. Maybe we'll just get the lighting. Anyways, schizophrenia. I see these posts on Instagram and TikTok, whatever. And there was this one that I just saw. It was about like spirituality and connecting with the universe and all these different things. So this post about the brain the other day. And the brains are like obviously just like one of the most complicated things that exist on this earth that I'm like aware of, like brains. Like it was like 1 cubic millimeter of the brain could store like a couple of terabytes of data from a computer. But when you actually like think about it, I guess it's not just memories obviously getting stored in your brain, it's feelings and recollections and everything else. But if your brain per millimeter has the capacity to have that much information specifically in it, bro, why are we not like a million times smarter? And the thing is, I think that we are smart. I think that those pathways, no one knows everything about the brain. So my theory is that it's used. I'm not a religious person. I've been like atheist pretty much my whole life. Like I've never been able to justify God. I've never been spiritual. I've never really meditated. I've never had any really belief of some sort. But like as I've lived my life, I've just kept seeing things or the universe. Like it's just, in my opinion, there's like wavelength that we're all kind of in tune with, some more than others. And if you're in tune with the wavelength, then you're more likely to understand. I think karma is a big thing, a big part of that wavelength. Karma, from what I've noticed just in life, is one of the biggest parts of life. Karma has the most effect on everything. Like anything you do, every action has an equal and opposite reaction in some kind of way, not just in physics, but in like every kind of way. I say words, it has a reaction. Like if I'm talking right now, this microphone is picking up my voice, it's being recorded, and then I'm probably gonna listen to it and upload it. That's the flow-on effect from me talking, and then someone else might see it. Anyways, karma. So like karma doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad either. It just comes from every single thing that you do, and every single person has karma. And I've noticed if I want to live my life and be happy, then if I'm just not doing things wrong, so I don't have like bad karma, like I don't think that I'm exempt. Like I'm not nothing bad at, like my family's gonna die at some point. Like fucked up stuff's gonna happen, but on the daily, like the chances of me having a bad day or something going wrong or me having good things come my way because I've been nice to others is much higher. Like the chances of things going well for me are much higher. Karma is much nicer to me because I haven't put all these negative things out into the universe. Like, let's say 30 years from now, I'm a business owner. 2 ways I could have become a business owner. 1, study, work my way up slowly, make friends, make deals, make everything. It's just clean, good business. You know what? I'll have my business. It might have taken a while longer than if I had fucking scammed people, looked into a bad business practice, or done some like get rich kind scheme kind of thing. Those people, they have done negative things to get put, and those negative things get put into the universe. Like, fucking, let's say you're fucking child trafficking. Those kids are gonna come back and get you, bro. Or if they don't, the law is gonna get you, or something else. Like, if you're doing something fucked up, there is always a chance that there's gonna be bad consequences for the bad things that you're doing. So the less bad things you do, the less chances of bad consequences coming your way there are. So that's how I think I want to live my life from now on. That wasn't even about schizophrenia, but it's just like, I'm trying to explain what I feel like is in tune with the universe. And I feel like it's karma. But, yeah, I haven't read enough books or anything. It's just like a feeling. It's a gut feeling. And my gut feeling has developed as I've grown up. Like, everything I see, I'm always, like, thinking, always noticing every single thing around me pretty much. Whether it's conscious or unconscious, like, my mind is noticing it in some kind of way. So I'm always just taking in information, taking in things, learning things. If I do something and I fuck up, immediately, like, whether it's conscious or not, I'm like, okay, next time, not doing that. Like, just always. And so the next time, every single time I feel like I'm doing something, I feel like I'm getting a bit better at it, because I'm always just trying to consciously, like, make the best decision in terms of, like, karma, I guess, like, not doing the wrong thing, trying to make sure every decision I do, like, isn't actually bad for other people. Do you know how good the fucking world would be if everyone just did that? Imagine if all the politicians were like, oh, well, you know, if I do this, this will actually be good for everyone. And then good things happen and the world goes forward because they're not taking advantage of people. The schizophrenia thing that I saw is... I'm gonna need a second to, like, think about how to explain it. I'm kind of, like, mind blanking. It's hard. So maybe I'll just start talking. It'll come to me. I get worried because I talk to my parents and I'm like, I saw this thing. I'm Australian. I don't know shit about 9/11. They're like, oh, 9/11's an inside job. And I saw this thing and there was just, like, so much evidence supporting the fact that it could have been an inside job. And I was explaining what happened if it was actually the terrorists, like, what they would have done. They found the passport, all this stuff. And then they explained all the trillions of debt missing the day before. The office that was counting the debt got blown up on the same day. And I don't know. There's something else. I think the fact that they found the passport, even though the whole plane got fucking blown up in a building, and they found it, like, a block away. What? Did they find the passenger's luggage? Like, I don't know. If that is possible, they could have found it. I don't know. Okay, but then if I read that and I'm like, oh, well, the facts actually, like, suggest that it could have been an inside job. If I was, like, to go to my mom and be like, bro, there's, like, all this stuff. She's like, are you a fucking conspiracy theorist? Do you have schizophrenia? Do you think there's people in your walls? No. I saw this evidence and it seemed right. And there's so much stuff, like, why the government, especially, not so much in Australia, it just depends, but the thing that I saw that was making me startled was the government hints things through, like, social media. Like, the whole, like, social media is made to make people dumb, and it was saying that it suggests stuff to society. So let's say there was gonna be a terrorist attack in Australia and they wanted the world to not be surprised about it in, like, 5 years. They start posting videos of, like, fucked up things, like, similar attacks. Okay, this is what I was thinking. This is my theory. They had, the last few years have just been hate crimes on, like, gay people, trans people, like, all these things. It's just, like, getting used to it, like, getting everyone angry. There's, like, even though there's no real basis for an argument, it's actually, so it's, like, I would get, like, trans people on my feed and all this stuff up to, like, 50 to 60% of the time, even though it's something that I was never, like, personally interested in or even talked about or had any reason to have it on my feed. And a lot of people would get it and they would just be, like, hate comments or support comments. So it would just get people on either side to be fed into this thing, to be seeing it. Oh. This is the worst video I've done. Yeah, they'll get all the people to see the video, and then they get desensitized to it, and then they get used to fighting about it. They get used to fighting about a non-issue, and they think, you go online and you think all these people think that trans people are the problem. Trans people, like, literally make up, like, less than 1% of the population, like, and immigrants, like, just all these things, like, they get people to focus on these things that aren't actually even the problem, and you can justify anything. That's what you learn in debating when you're in fucking grade 8. They give you a topic, should euthanasia be legal, yes or no? You have to fight for either side. You can justify yes, and you can justify no, and that's the whole thing. Like, euthanasia, I think it should be legal, right? That was like my whole thing. I was like, yeah, it should be legal, because if you're, like, suffering, why prolong that when you're gonna die anyways, like, in the next week? Why would you make them suffer? Not God's plan. Anyways, yeah, you can argue either way. And this is the thing that I don't understand about politics. You have the left and the right vote. In Australia, it's so close. Like, I keep looking at the polls. What? There is just absolutely no fucking way I could ever comprehend how someone could vote for the Liberal Party. And the votes are at 48-52 in Labour's thing. But the thing is, you have something that's objectively, like, either right or wrong. And yes, you can justify one side, you can justify the other, but, like, the justifications, one side has better justifications because it's more right. And people will fall for anything. Like, it actually just, like, if you just use your fucking brain. Oh, you know what? This was, like, a whole lot of nothing, so I'm probably not gonna upload this, but if I do, it was nice seeing you.